everyone, it's Kristy here from KristyCoromandel.com and welcome to day 2 of our holiday blitz. 30 projects in 30 days. Now yesterday we talked about making multiples. So if you missed that, be sure to check it out over on the blog or also over on YouTube. And today what we're going to do is we're going to be focusing on creating a card featuring a stamp set. So this is the stamp set we're going to be working with today. And we're also going to be working with this stamp set tomorrow in a different way. So stay tuned to the end and I'll give you a little more hint about what we're doing tomorrow. But this is the Tidings all around. It is available in our holiday catalogue that is currently out at the moment. And I'm loving this reef image. Now it also comes with a set of dies, but today's project we are just going to be doing purely stamping. That is it. No die work, just stamping. Well, a little bit of die work, but anyway. So let's get started. So I have pulled in, I'm going to be using traditional Christmas colours of green and red, of course. And my green I have chosen is garden green. So this is a standard card size base. Okay. And then let's go with some stamping, shall we, first. So I've got a piece of very vanilla cardstock. Now I've chosen very vanilla because the pattern paper that we are using is our whole Tidings Designer Series paper. Okay, so this is garden green on one side, real red on the other, but it has very vanilla in the middle of it. So I've decided to use very vanilla so it coordinates. Okay, that's how I've chosen my color. And this piece here measures 3 3/4 by 3 3/4. And I've got this big reef image. Now you can use your Stamparatus if you wish, however I've decided not to, as it's a photopolymer and I can see all the way through it. Okay, so I'm just going to stamp it. So this is my garden green ink and I'm going to center this. So I might have, if I have this nice and straight, hey, that usually does help. So I'm going to center this and I'm going to then stamp it down. Apply a bit of pressure because it's such a big block. And I probably should have put a piecing mat or a stamping mat underneath because it's photopolymer, but I totally forgot. So we'll just go with it this way. And look, I've already got ink all over my fingers. Okay, but it worked. Okay, a lot of pressure helped. Okay, so while I've got that out, actually, we'll set that aside to dry a little bit because it looks really, really dark. I've got some scrap Whisper White, which is my scrap piece. This is my scrap piece. And I'm going to stamp my greeting, which comes from the exact same stamp set. My green here says Tidings of Comfort and Joy. It's one of my favourite greetings out of this stamp set, actually. And let's get the piecing mat this time, hey? Since I remembered it. So the piecing mat helps when stamping on photopolymer because there is an extra cushioning, no red rubber there, so this actually gives it a bit of bounce and makes, especially when you're stamping solid images, it really does make a big difference. Well, my garden green is really nice and juicy. That's pretty awesome. Okay, so I am going to cut this out using my stitched shaped framelit die because I love the little stitching around it. If you don't have these, you can use normal circle dies, or you could use a punch or something else, or you can simply just cut it out as a little square using your stamping trimmer as well. So I'm going to run that through my die cutting machine and then we'll be back. Okay, so here it is already back. So I'm just simply going to pop it out and we have our little die cut, which is pretty awesome. So let's bring back our reef and finish some of our stamping. So I've got the berry image that comes out of the exact same stamp set. Okay, and I'm going to randomly place, this is real red ink, around the outside here of my reef. So there's no right or wrong, just whatever works best. I might put one up there. Awesome, there we go. Okay, so let's start assembling our card. So once again, here's my card base. And here's our piece of Toil Tidings Designer Series paper. Now this piece measures 3.5 inches by 5 7/8 because this is the whole length of my card front here. So I'm going to stick this down Using my grid paper, lines of my grid paper to help me line that up. So I get nice even space between the left and the right sides, and it's nice and straight. And if you have any overhang, you can trim that with a pair of scissors. Okay, so then next we will stick down our, actually before we do that, let's stick down our ribbon. We'll stick that last. So this is pretty awesome. I love this ribbon. This is real red ribbon. It's in our holiday catalogue. And all I want to do is basically have it just a little bit above and a little bit below. So I'm going to grab my scissors and cut this off. Just going to have it a little bit. Okay, because I can always trim that down later on. So this is going to get centered right here. Okay, so to hold that in place, I'll just add a bit of adhesive here. Fold that in half. Of course, I don't have any adhesive on the inside, so let's just place some of snail on the inside of our ribbon here as well. You can always use tear tape. You can use a glue dot. Whatever works for you. Okay, that's pretty awesome. Now here's my die cut, which I just realized I did wrong. Okay, so I've restamped my die cut because what I've done is when I die cut it, I put my green smack in the middle, and I didn't want that. I needed it further down the bottom. So I've redone my die cut, my greeting, stamped it down towards the bottom, and or lowered my die cut my circle so that my green is actually at the bottom, so I have room for some other stuff as well. Okay, so this here now is going to stick on top of here. Now because this ribbon is taking up so much room, we're going to add some Stampin' Dimensionals. Trusty Dimensionals. And we're going to probably put them on the side because they're not going to be able to stick to the ribbon there itself. And I'm going to double them up. So to do that, I simply peel it off, add another one on top, and peel that one off. Okay, so we've got some extra height added to that now, and then I can now stick this right in the middle of my little wreath. I've gone ahead also and I have die cut this little leaf image. Now this actually does come out of the Christmas cardinal die, so it doesn't match with this one itself, but in this set, I'll show you here right here on the catalogue, it actually has a suite of products. Okay, so this set actually includes 2 stamp sets, 2 sets of dies, some paper and ribbon, and some embellishments. So this is where I've got my inspiration from here. So I therefore have used these dies from here to actually create this little leaf here. So that's where that has come from. So let's stick that down. I'm going to stick that down just using some plain liquid adhesive. Try and put some down here on the stem without getting all over my fingers. And gently place that down. Awesome. Okay, so while that is drying, I'm now going to adhere this panel to my card front using Stampin' Dimensionals. So I'm just going to put one in every corner. Okay, and then we can center this. Actually, you know what? I'm going to place it towards the top a bit, actually. Not so much in the center. Yeah, I'm going to place it towards the top. Okay. And I quite like these long things here, so sure, should I cut them on an angle? You know what, I might actually, I know what I'm going to do. Let's cut this one this short here, and then I'm going to put a little banner in it. Cut it up the middle, make the little fish tail without getting my scissors stuck on the ribbon underneath. That can be the tricky part. And we'll make this one a bit longer, so we'll cut this one here. We'll do the same thing. Awesome, there we go. And the last little quick element we're going to add to it here is add some of these little babies. I'm loving these glimmer dots. These are, might go, let's go these. I'll add a little, make a little holly out of it. 1, 2, and 3. There we go. There's our card for today. Okay. Oh, and in the middle, let's put this on the inside. In the middle for good measure. Okay, so we can write as it's a dark piece of cardstock. Now you can decorate the inside as you wish, or you can leave it like that. It's completely up to you. But there's a cute little Christmas card featuring our whole Tidings stamp set. Now tomorrow's project we're going to be using this stamp set yet again, but this time what we're going to do, we're going to use the coordinating dies that go with it, and we're going to create a card basically just using the dies. So stay tuned for tomorrow. I can't wait to see you. If you're here on YouTube, make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel so you'll be able to get more projects, ideas and tips and techniques for all your paper crafting needs. Till next time, I'll catch you then. Bye for now.
Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh.